Diego, I'm Logan Burns.
And I'm Teresa Sardina. Thank you for joining us.
We begin this evening with the homeless crisis. As we have heard before, and as we head towards Election Day, local politicians are telling you that that is the #1 issue on constituents' minds. Sadly, it's getting worse by the day, and we're about to lose hundreds of shelter beds here in San Diego.
But that's not the case in National City. As of recently, there's a bed for almost everyone who lives on the street, if they accept. In our KUSI's Dan Plant, he's been following this and joins us live from the South County Lighthouse with more. Hello, Dan.
Hello there. And you know, this story came to me last week. We were doing a story about National City imposing the camping ban. I got a chance to talk to the mayor, and the mayor said that they had just opened up this new shelter. So I came over to look around, take a few pictures, and boy, was I impressed. And I think everybody will be impressed when they look at this. It was an old church right here off of we're off of Euclid and 24th Street here in National City. And this used to be a church. Well, the church turned it over to this homeless shelter, this group that a lot of people know around here, and that is the San Diego Rescue Mission. And boy, ever since then, things have changed around here. Let me take you on a tour inside this homeless shelter, a place like you probably have never seen before. Check it out.
It's the only homeless shelter in San Diego County that actually has enough beds for every single person sleeping on the city streets. At last count, National City had 150 homeless souls. The South County Lighthouse has capacity for even more than that.
We just opened up the shelter here in National City, 162 beds, and it's full wraparound services. This is not a flop house.
Unlike many of the pop-up shelters we see in the city of San Diego, this is a permanent brick-and-mortar facility. Previously a non-denominational church, it was sold to the Rescue Mission, now renovated and transformed into a one-of-a-kind homeless shelter in the South Bay.
This place is special for a couple of reasons. First, the generosity of our donors allowed us to create a first-class facility. So first thing is just the quality of what we're able to offer. We really do think when someone walks in off the street, they can really start to go, hey, I'm in some place where people care.
Operated by the San Diego Rescue Mission and paid for with mostly private donations, the Lighthouse has become just that, a beacon for changing lives. Using government money requires government regulations. Using private dollars allows a lot of freedom to move.
Right now, this is completely privately funded. We are in some conversations with government to reserve some beds. So yeah, you know, what we want to do is we really want to stay the majority of ourselves privately funded, because that just gives us flexibility.
Even though this is a faith-based shelter, no one is required to partake. The only requirement, they will make a commitment to you as long as you make a commitment to yourself.
Just watching someone start to get optimistic, someone start to look at, hey, do I have some options? And then it's fun to watch them take a step forward.
Yeah, that's the good part. When you bring them in off the street, they come in through the program, and then they start their lives again. That is definitely a very gratifying situation there. And as for staffing, the complete staffing, as you heard, they have enough staff for about 125 beds right now. By the end of the year, they hope to have it fully staffed and have all 162 beds filled to capacity. And by the way, this isn't just for National City. This is a regional facility. And I just want to emphasize, one of the reasons why this is so different is because they use private money and they are able to do private things without government red tape and regulation. And that is the huge difference. Anytime you take government money, you have to abide by the government regulations and the restrictions and all kinds of things. When you get the private money, you can take that money and do what you think is right without all that clutter from the government. So that really is the #1 situation out here, that this is a privately run and privately funded homeless shelter, whereas the government shelters clearly are not keeping up to the pace, that is for sure. So that's what's going on out here in National City, setting an example for pretty much homeless shelters all over the country. And there has been interest all over the country, by the way, to take a look at this particular model. Throw it back to you guys.
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful place to live and